I plan to make a couple of videos here. I want to test out. I've got a ton of this 303 Enfield ammunition. I've got older rounds, vintage rounds, and I've got some newer stuff also. And to start off testing, I'm going to use. I'll probably do 5 round groups with 5 different loads for my ammo testing. And to start off with, I'm going to start with these 5 rounds. I'll go over what I have here first. I'll show the head stamps later. And to start off with is the Mark VI Canadian produced ammunition. It was manufactured in 1910. Second, we have commercial ammunition, and it's produced by Churchill Gunmakers Limited. I believe it's made by Kynoch, is the actual producer. And what it is it's a commercial 174 grain full metal jacket bullet. So it's basically, and it's made in 1967, and it's basically a commercial version of the Mark VII ammunition. Then after that, we have Yugoslav. It's METAC ammo, which I believe became PPU later, and it's a Mark VII round, and the head stamp is in the Roman numerals. And later we have the military ammunition, which is 1950 manufactured military ammunition, and it has a number 7 instead of the old Roman numerals. The last round I'm going to test is the Mark 8Z ammunition. The Z just stands for the type of powder. It no longer uses cordite. It uses a different powder. So it's made by PPU, which is, I believe it's also METAC, but they label it under PPU. And I'm going to test these rounds out. Now, the Mark VI ammunition, I highly don't recommend testing this old ammunition out, because what I've read is the cordite can break down over time, and it has a lot to do with storage. If it's improperly stored, the powder sort of breaks down, and what happens is it's almost like black powder, and you can get little explosions that are happening when you fire these off, instead of the, say, slow burning of the cordite the way it should properly burn. That's one of the problems with using cordite powder. Now I'm going to test these out in my rifle, and if I get failures with them, or there's something seems to be wrong with them, I'm going to stop using them. I'm not going to just keep firing them off if I keep getting hang fires and duds or anything like that. I don't recommend shooting them, and but I think they should still be. I think they should still be okay. They're not that old, and they look to be in good condition. The cases seem tarnished, but they're not. They're not corroded or anything. The same goes with the military ammunition. Once you get to the 1950 military ammunition, if it's cordite in there, it could be broken down. But I know this ammunition was stored well, and I have fired other batches of it, so it should be okay too. But that's just a warning about this old ammunition. If it's powder ammunition, should be okay. But if it's cordite ammunition, you're sort of taking a chance. One other thing I'd like to point out is people might think that it's pretty nuts to shoot old collectible ammo. And the problem is right now, I think, especially the Americans know the cost of ammunition right now is insanely high. And this ammunition, this Mark VI ammunition, I picked up for basically what you can get any new manufactured ammunition for. So it's not a big deal. There is quite a bit of it out there. So I don't see there being any problem with just testing out a few of these rounds. Like, I will keep one for my collection, but it's not like they're super expensive rounds, like they're $8 a shot or something like that. So that's just one thing to point out. Here is the head stamps on the various ammunition from the Mark 6 to the Mark 8Z. I just thought I would bring that up, and I'll be using these in my number 4 Mark 1 rifle, which is in I would just say perfect condition, perfect working order. It's not like a beat up old surplus gun or anything, so the gun should have no problem with any of these rounds. So we're just going to test them out and see how they work, and if there's any better accuracy with one or the other. One thing to note is the Mark 6 is not made for the number 4 Mark 1 rifle. It's actually even pre-World War I, and it's more designed for the number 1 Mark 1. But I just want to try it to see if it functions okay in the newer rifle before I put it into an older gun to see how it works. And I also don't have a pre-World War II Mark 7. All of this ammunition was manufactured post-World War II. I have some World War II ammo, but I don't have any pre-World War II ammo. And at the very start of the war, or actually right before the war, they actually changed the Mark 7 round. It started off at a certain chamber pressure and velocity, and I guess how it goes is right prior to World War II, when they started getting the Hurricanes and the Spitfires, the ammunition was too slow for those aircraft. Like, the aircraft were almost basically outrunning the bullets, so they had to up them just slightly and make them better. And there was a whole trials with the Mark 7 round at this time to improve it, and they did improve it just a little bit. So I don't know if there's any difference, if you would notice any difference. I mean, I would think you would, but I don't have any pre-World War II ammo to test, to compare them, the Mark 7 rounds and the commercial basically equivalent to a Mark 7 round. I don't have a World War or a pre-World War II round to test against them. So we'll just go with these for now. And at a later date, I have other ammunition. I have 215 grain bullets down to 150 grain bullets. And these Mark 7 rounds, what they are, if you don't know, is they are 174 grain bullet, and they use either cordite or like the Z indicates, they use like a normal powder, and it's a full metal jacket bullet. The military rounds would use a core of aluminum and lead, and I'm assuming the civilian one is just lead on the inside. And the Mark 6 round is designed for the older guns, and it's just a full metal jacket round nose bullet, and I believe it's 215 grain, or it's a 212 grain bullet. I'm not exactly sure on that. So anyways, I just thought I would make this video to start off with about the various ammo I'm going to test, which I hope to get out next week and test. And so other than that, thank you for watching.